My name is Chris Anderson. I'm a freshwater fisheries biologist based out of Gainesville. And the Gainesville Freshwater Fisheries Lab is one of 6 freshwater fisheries research offices throughout the state. More interesting things about our office is just kind of the wide variety of things that we have going on. Our freshwater invertebrate conservation program has a diversity of projects. They do some benthic invertebrate work, so inverts living down in the bottom of Lake Okeechobee and looking at how those communities have changed over time. They work on a lot of imperiled species and a lot of endemic species. So they're doing some work on silt snails that live in specific springs in parts of central Florida. And then they're also working on a species of crayfish called the Black Creek crayfish, which is only found in the Black Creek Basin. One of the really interesting projects that they started recently in the invertebrate group was they're looking at host fish for mussels. So mussels have a larval stage called glaucidia where they live on fish gills and then eventually they drop off. So they've been collecting different species of fish from the wild to see what mussel species fall off. The more we know about these host fish, the better we can actually conserve mussels. Our conservation social science group works on a wide range of projects, and they do a lot of really important research related to understanding how people feel about natural resources and their management, what they're aware of, what they know, what their opinions are, what they would like to see. And this research is all very critical towards accomplishing our goals of successful conservation and management of fish and wildlife. Getting to the freshwater fisheries side of things, we conduct a wide variety of research on fish communities and fish populations and also fisheries. We do long-term monitoring sampling as part of our freshwater fisheries long-term monitoring program. This has helped create and establish and continue a baseline of data for our fish communities in lakes and rivers throughout the state. We also conduct a lot of trophy bass related research. When biologists collect Florida bass over 8 pounds, we put a dart tag in its back. It's essentially a mark recapture study that the public helps us out with. There's a number on there, they call the phone number, we get some information about the fish, and then the person that calls and also get some rewards for sharing that information with us. So it's a really big win and really important for understanding what is going on with our trophy bass populations throughout Florida. Some other different research projects, one of them is all about non-lethal aging by looking at different fin structures, so looking at spines or fin rays. Understanding age and growth parameters from a population is critical for understanding the health of that population. We're very fortunate to have some of the best black crappie fisheries in the entire state, and we've been working on a research project for the last 10 years on Noonan's and Lochloosa, understanding how harvest rates of black crappie change with changes in the fishery. So we've also got some research related to non-native fish. Some of the main things we're focused on up here in Gainesville is understanding how tilapia may or may not affect Florida bass and bluegill reproduction and growth. So we're currently conducting a pond experiment looking at if/how different densities of tilapia affect our native sport fish populations there. As cool and diverse as the research we get to do, I think really the best thing about the Gainesville Freshwater Fisheries Lab is the people that work here. You know, we're all very passionate about what we do. We're all team-centric. Feel very fortunate to have gotten up here 10 years ago and don't really ever want to leave.